So today's webinar will be on learning how to automate fillable form generation and how it can help you accelerate your business processes. So welcome to the webinar again. We'll explore how to pre-fill documents, share them, and collect data from your users. Let's say you would like to discover the power of bulk form creation and seamless distribution to your customers or clients for efficient data collection. So this will help you revolutionize your workflow and optimize document-based interactions. So this would be today's agenda. So first we'll discuss the advantages of using pre-fill fillable forms and how they can streamline your data collection process, and a step-by-step on how to effortlessly pre-fill your forms and seamlessly send them as fully functional forms to your customers or clients. And then we would also get into real-world examples of successful implementations, showcasing the versatility and effectiveness of pre-fill fillable forms. And I also have Gautam with me who would help you with a live demo as we guide you through the process of configuring the settings, ensuring a smooth and personalized form experience with 3 different business use cases. And again, just like how we would have it all our webinars, you get an exclusive glimpse of our upcoming enhancements we have in store, designed to take your form capabilities to the next level. So starting up with the advantages of using pre-fill fillable forms. So this streamlines your document distribution process. So you could send out documents and enable user interactions effortlessly, creating a seamless experience for both senders and the recipients. And next up, we have the data source integrations. So you can integrate a data source, merge it with a template, allowing for a dynamic pre-filling of information. It ensures accuracy and completeness by providing customers or your clients with pre-fill fillable forms that only require missing data to be filled in. So this is the difference here. And the last one being, so you can configure your form submission as well. So once the form is submitted, so you can leverage powerful settings to tailor the forms handling. So you can choose options such as email delivery, saving submitted forms in designated folders, or initiating a sign correction workflow. And next up, so initially, this is how the process would work. So initially, you would have to create a merge template. You can either create it from scratch or import an PDF file. You can connect it to a data source, and then in the output settings, you would have to choose merge and send as a form. So this process not just has to initiate from Zoho Writer. So I could just simply import a PDF form. So we have also supported importing PDF formats in Zoho CRM as well. So we'll get into that. So the process is very simple. So you import a PDF file, or you can create a fillable form directly from Zoho Writer. You choose the data source. If needed, you can directly do it from Zoho CRM. And under automate, you have the option to choose merge and send as a form. So this is a newly released feature. So we are glad to let you know that. So we are giving a webinar directly for this feature. And so this will allow you to merge contents from the data source and then send the merged document as a form. Got it? So it would be easier if you could like explain with sample business use cases. So up to that. So we have come up with some real life use cases which can be applied based on your preference. So let us check them out one by one. So starting with, let's say you own a manufacturing company, or if you are a retailer who deals with orders, and then you'll have to ship them. On shipping them, you can automate your work easily by making use of this. So let me show you the document. All right. So this is an order form where the customer's information along with their order details is pulled from the data, which is already available in your system. So it can be either in CRM, Zoho sheet file, or any data source which is already supported in Zoho Writer. So once the template is created, you would have to map the fields from the data source into the template. And here we have entered the order details as a subform, so which is a related list. You can also have these order details created as a subform in Zoho CRM as well. So then you'd have to insert them as a table so that based on the number of orders, the table rows will be created dynamically. And here we would require the customer to add their delivery address along with them additional information. So this is something that will be merged from the data source and then will be sent out to the customer who will simply enter the delivery address. So we'll be using merge and send as form here. So over to Gautam here, so who would explain the process step by step, right from creating the document template and how it can be used for automation by using send as form. Over to you, Gautam.
Thank you so much, Malaji. So, yeah, as you can see, this is the template that we have created in Zoho Writer from scratch. So, we have imported the fields of using a data source. It can either be Zoho CRM or Zoho Sheet. And once the fields are imported, we can just map it in the template by designing it based on your own preference. And also, we have added fillable fields in this particular template where it will actually allow user to interact over the fields in the template. And here we have also added radio buttons for the delivery location so that the customers or your clients can select the required radio button. And we have also added checkbox, and we have added a drop down list where they can select the required information, whether it's a communication preference can be selected by them. And also we have inserted the products as subform so that the tables that is created would be dynamic. So based on the number of products the users purchase, you'll be getting the appropriate number of rows would be generated along with the product descriptions. And also we have added a fillable text box where the user can add in their additional comments if required. So once the creation of the form is submitted, all you have to do is that you have to go to Automate tab and click on Merge and Send as Form. So once you click on it, you can either choose to save the merged document into the folder if required, and you can also give a document name. And when you selecting the address, you can just insert the email field that is being available in our data source. So now, by doing so, each customer will be getting their own products and their own orders with their own order details into their email. So once it is done, you can just click on the save option, and you can go to configure form submit actions. So this area, in this area, you will be configuring the submit actions. So whenever the customer fills in the data and when they submits the form, what needs to be done after that? So those configuration can be set over here. So here I have made a test where you can send the submitted form into an email to the customer so that it will be an order confirmation for that. And I have made the attachment type as PDF so that it will be like an invoice copy for the customers. And you can also add in a custom message for them stating that we will send you an confirmation via email, and as well as you can redirect the page to your website. So once I'm done with the configuring, all you have to do is just click on Run Merge, make sure that the settings that you have configured is appropriate, and then click on Create. Now, this will take you to the report page where you can check out the status of the initiated template. So now, once the form is getting sent, you'll be getting a sent confirmation over here. So as you can see, now it is in initiated state, and this page will be automatically refreshed for every 30 seconds. So you can just wait for it until the document is being sent. Yes, now as you can see, it is in progress, and once the document is sent, you'll be getting a completed information. So now you can go to your email address and then check the link that you have got. So you can click on it. So this is a different account that I'm using. So let's consider this as the customer's account. So they'll be getting an email with the information along with the link to fill the data. So when they click on the link, they can see the data that is being merged from the data source, and they'll be filling out only the required information. So in this case, it'll be the delivery address. So they can type in ABC Street, and in the drop down, they can select the city that they live in, or in which they need the delivery to be done. And they can also add in the zip codes. And if it is a residence location, they can use it, or if it is any other, they can select the radio button that we have provided. And if they want, they can also use the check boxes. And also they can select the communication preference, and they can choose an expected delivery date in which they are expecting the delivery to be done. And here they can also add in any additional comments. Um, for example, leave the package in with security or something like that. And once it is done, they can just click on submit. So now, as we have configured the submit, they'll be getting a custom message, and the merged or the filled document will be sent to them as a confirmation email. So when they get into their email, they can find the confirmation that they get, and also the filled document will be saved in our end with a folder. And also in this report page, you can check out the submission details. So you can click on it, and you'll get the number of submissions that is being made. And if you want, you can also download a copy from here by clicking this download document button. Yeah, this is the end document that the customer will be getting in there um, with their email address.
So in this use case, we will be sending out documents by adding data and then send it for sign collection. So just like the previous one, so you have a template ready, and so you fill in certain information by using merge, and after that you send it out for uh, filling in the required information, and then you send it out for sign. So you make use of merge, filling in, and then signature in the same process. It would be a wonderful workflow here. So let me show you the template now. So in this example, so we are making use of a training company. So this training company has multiple trainers within their organization, and the process here would be they would be sending out certificates when a certain course is completed. So there can be multiple courses that can be done within this training company. So in this institute, so as there are multiple training subjects, so we leave it as a merge tag. So we have a certain data source which will fill in the subject that is being trained on, and the date of the training that was provided on. So this is filled in from a Zoho sheet file. And once the document is merged, so using the merge and send as a form option, and on form submit actions, we have something called a send for signature. From here, so we have chosen two options where it is sent for so it is sent as a form where before it is being signed. So the person, that is the training manager, will fill in the name of the candidate who has completed the course, and then send it out for signature to the training manager. So once the training manager signs it, it would be sent out to the CEO. So this is how the process would look like. So once the CEO signs it as well, so this would be a completed course certification. So which can be downloaded by the training manager or the CEO, and based on your preference, you can set it up. So over to Gautam again. So we'll explain this feature from scratch.
So thank you so much. Yes. So as you can see, this is a template that we have created from scratch. And here you can also, if you have any a template which is already available in a PDF form, you can directly import them as well as a merge template, and then you can insert the fields into the required location and proceed with the merge. So here we have taken up a Zoho sheet as a data source, and from where we are going to pull out the trainer's email address and the training subject that they have provided training to, and the date or the year in which they provided the training. And then what we are going to do is that we are going to merge and send it as a form. So here we are going to add in the trainer's email address in this particular section, so that each if there are multiple trainers, and if they are taking up different set of students will be getting trained under the particular trainer. So in this case, we are just going to send a default template or a certificate to all those trainers so that they can fill in the trainee's name in certificate and then send it for signature to the CEO, so that once the signature is done, it will be going back to the trainer and along with the signature, so that they can easily take it out as a printout, or they can send it in email as well. So now we are configuring the trainer's email address and clicking on save. So the next option would be to configure on submit actions. So here, what we are going to do is that we are going to click on send for sign collection, and then we are going to add in the signer's email address. And here you can also use sign in above order, so that only when once the training manager signs the document, it will be sent to the CEO. And in the advanced settings, there is also an option for you to save the copy of the signed documents in any other folder, or you can select email the signed documents to the particular user. So here also you can put in the trainer's email address, so that once when the document is completed signing, the signed document will be automatically sent back to the trainer's email if you have configured over here. So now, once you're done with the configuring, all you have to do is that you have to click on Run Merge and create the document. So now here as well, you can, in the report section, you can view the logs that once the document is submitted. And if you have any submissions, you'll also be getting those information over in this report. So now you can go to your email. This is going to be the trainer's email in this case, and you can find out the certificate that is available. So you can just click on the link, and then it'll open up the template. And here you just have to enter the name. You can enter any name and select it, so that once it is done, you just click on submit. And on submitting, the document will be automatically sent for signature. So that's how the workflow for merging and filling up the document along with signing workflow goes. So let's go to the next one. Over to you, Balaji.
All right, thank you, Gautam. So just as we mentioned, so you have multiple configuring options after you merge it and fill it as a form. So you had send it as an email, and then we discussed sending it a signature. So the business use cases that we discussed are we are sending out an order first, and then we have a training company in which you send out the certificates for signature. And next up, so you have the option to pre-fill these forms and assign tasks to your employees. So getting to the template here, so let's say you have a company which sends out their employees to have certain jobs done within their customers' places. So let's say they have multiple customers that have to be dealt on a single day. So in this case, we have made use of a daily job sheet. So these information like the region, the phone number and the email address, the technician ID, so everything would be already merged. So that is based on the employee information that I already have within my computer or within my system. So it would rely on the data source that I would use. And the table that we use is a related list table. So that is again a subform. So we fill in this information by using the related list. So the information would be pulled in dynamically. So all this information would be filled in by merging them. And then what I do is I send out this merged document to my technician. So the technician would look at the customer's information and then go out to the customer's place, uh, provide the required information in the fillable forms. For example, so you have the description, the number of hours spent, and the review given by the customer. So this is done by pausing their workflow and then continuing or resuming the workflow. So this is another business use case that you can do with merge, fill, and then continuing with the process. So again, over to Gautam, who will explain the process here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Balaji. So yeah, this is again another template that we have, which has a different set of workflow, where a manager or an higher authority can just assign customers to a particular technician, so that the technician can go to door and then make their service and record the information over here, and they can submit it at the end of the day. So initially, you just have to create a data source and then map in the fields as we have done earlier. And once it is done here, you can click on merge and send as form. And over here, you can add in the email address of the employee. And once it is done, you just have to configure the submit actions. So here you can choose to save the responses to Zoho Sheet, where the information that is being filled in by the service technician would be saved into a sheet file where you can use that as a report and check out the day-to-day activities done by an employee. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to just click on run merge and create a fillable document. So now the employee will receive a fillable document along with the customer's name that we have assigned, that the manager has assigned. Okay. So here is the view about this is a different account, and this is going to be the employee's account. So where they'll be getting a link, and when they click on the link, all they can do is that they can just they'll be having the customer's information under it. So for example, if an employee is going to let's say the first customer's house, and they are doing a service, let's say AC. So in this case, once the service is completed, they'll just enter the number of hours spent, and the customer review can also be entered. So once it is done, so next the employee is going to go to the next customer's house and maybe for a different service. In this case, what he or she can do is that they can just click on save and resume option. That will just provide them a link, and when they access this link after getting to the next customer's place, they can easily pick up from where they left off. So here, I'll just click on continue filling. And as you can see, if I paste this link, and you'll also have an option to email this link to your email account. You can also make use of that. And when they paste the link, they will have the pre-filled data that they submitted, or sorry, that they have entered, and then they can continue from where they left off. And once they click on submit, the response will be automatically sent back, and as we have configured to be saved in the sheet, that the responses will be saved in the Zoho sheet. So this is how this workflow works. And
All right, so these were the business use cases that can be done using the pre-filling, merge pre-fill options, and we also discussed the configurable options once the fillable forms were completed. So again, showing a screenshot of how PDF files can be imported into Zoho CRM now. So previously, this was only supported in Zoho Writer, so where you can just simply click on new and import a PDF file as a template. So we have provided this in Zoho CRM as well. So under Zoho CRM's mail merge templates, you have an option to import templates, under which we have also supported PDF documents as well. So we suggest you try these out. And leave us with your feedback to support@zohowriter.com. And getting to the interesting part, so this is what's cooking with Zoho Writer now. With mail merge, so we are planning on introducing conditional attachment. So based on a certain condition being met in the merging process, so it would automatically add an attachment to the mail merge process. So this is something that we are currently working on. So interesting information is that it should be available within 3 or 4 weeks. So based on the input from our development team. So like if you have any feedback or any requirements that you would like to share with us, so please do let us know in the question and answer panel. And also we will be sending out the recording of the webinar and also a feedback link where you can share your requirements along with any feedback regarding the webinar, or if you'd like to have a certain webinar on certain topics as well. So we can do that too. And yes, we have come to the end of the webinar. So thank you so much for joining in today, guys.